from a trend standpoint, that's who Jonathan Smith has been and wants them to be. And really, that's what this rivalry is. Like we said, 48 of the last 54 winners in this game have won the rushing battle. Right now, Michigan State is winning that rushing battle. Michigan winning the game.
Trials to the outside, a high pass. Able to bring it in and make the catch was Marsh, but a very minimal gain. Third down after a gain of 3. Trying to get Marsh in some space and do some work.
Their best third down play has actually been a handoff. I think they've been able to take advantage of Michigan's D-line kind of getting into that pass rush stance. We'll see what Lindgren goes with here.
There's 1 for their last 5 on third down, the Spartans. Childs to the outside, too tall. Coverage by Zeke Berry.
Zeke Berry's fired up, rightfully so. He's been close, but been on the wrong side of a number of plays today. Just missed the tackle there on second down. They try him on third down, great coverage.
Another punt from Ryan Eckley. Samaj Morgan deep for Michigan. Fielded at the 33. Morgan made the first man miss to the outside. Pushed out of bounds at the 40. Stepping aside for 15 seconds.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
Michigan's got the football up by 6 later tonight. Penn State, USC square off in a marquee top 20 Saturday night volleyball showdown. Coverage begins 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Orgy back in, keeps, hit once, and then brought down by a gang of Spartans after a gain of 2.5. Third quarter is winding down in Ann Arbor. You know what that means. It's time for the Killers. Mr. Brightside.
Under liberal borders are Kamala Harris, illegal aliens are pouring into our country, including murderers, rapists, and even terrorists. Instead of paying for their crimes and receiving justice, Kamala will give criminal illegal aliens taxpayer-funded transgender surgeries.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners, every transgender inmate would have access.
Crazy liberal Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Let's get out. Let's get lost. With backup plans. And no plans at all. Let's get dirty. Skin knees and splinters. Let's get out. And let the world in. The new 2025 Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
We see the promises you make. Doing more than your fair share. Working twice as hard. Saving lives, changing lives. And your life's work deserves nothing less than a lifetime guarantee. You made a promise. So did we. TIAA's promise of a guaranteed retirement paycheck for life is a promise that pays off.
Full-time fans, you give the season everything you've got, and I've got my eyes on you. I'm the Modelo recruiter, and I'm rewarding the most passionate fans. Because that kind of dedication deserves a Modelo.
May your motivations with Will Levis. May your dip be creamy, and your quarterback dreamy. Oh, hey. May your game day be delicious.
Will you?
What did you do?
I got a little design help.
I'm in sweats, Derek. It's perfect. And I'm in sweatpants.
If you've never tried a Big Mac at McDonald's, first of all, what? But what if it were a Big Mac with chicken? Would that change your mind? The Chicken Big Mac. It's not a Big Mac. Get it while you can. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
During our commercial timeouts, previous play under review for potential targeting, and that's a huge player, Jordan Turner from Michigan State. Lowers the head, not a defenseless runner, and Alex Orji right there as we bring in Mike Pereira. Mike, what do you see?
Yeah, I mean, I see what you have is using the crown of your helmet, dipping your head, clearly dips his head. Is there an indicator? It's the attacking mode to me, so I think replay did a good job stopping this, and just the question is it maybe just the forehead? But I like the crown. To me, I can see this as targeting.
Thank you so much, Mike. It looks like we have a verdict on the field.
During the media timeout, we had a stoppage by replay. It was determined that number 7 of the defense was guilty of a personal foul with targeting. Number 7 has been disqualified from the game.
That is such a big call for Jordan Turner, the leader of this defense, out for the rest of this ball game and the first half of the next one.
Listen, I understand the rules. Mike did a good job, Pereira, of laying that out. By the rules, targeting. There's nothing malicious about that. I have my opinions. I feel for Jordan Turner because sometimes those kind of plays happen in football, and this is a rivalry game that both teams will remember for the rest of their lives. He is the captain of this defense and an impact player, and certainly a huge loss. I feel for Jordan Turner, but yes, per the rules, a targeting.
Well, for Alex Orji to put his head down, made that look into a much worse hit, but to the letter of the law,
yes,
leading with the crown of the helmet, that is targeting, and that will be called.
It's for the right reasons, right? These are trying to protect the future of these young men. I get it. But I feel for Jordan Turner, again, just the leader and the heartbeat of this Spartan defense.
Play action, Warren down the middle, incomplete. Boy, he had multiple options. He was trying to get it to Bredesen, but he had Colston Loveland wide open.
Well, he did, but they dropped out underneath him. Number 5, Jordan Hall, dropped out underneath him, and Max Bredesen did a good job. You see number 5, he was the one that dropped under Colston, and between 5 and 10, Wayne Matthews, there was a little bit of a pocket there. Davis Warren wasn't able to get it to Max Bredesen, who really isn't known as a receiver, but had his chance there, weren't able to connect.
Orji's in the game. Orji, sprint right. And brought down, good tackle. Going low and making the stop, that was Spencer. Gain of 7 for Orji.
Orji is a physical runner. I mean, normally as a defense, you like the chance to hit a quarterback. I don't think that's the case with Alex Orji because he's the one that initiates the contact. He is a physical runner, and here, 3rd and 3. I got my eyes on number 18, Colston Loveland. There he is. That's a better circle for you there.
Put Klein in motion, Warren to throw it. Catch made, Kendrick Bell.
Davis Warren is putting together a really solid game today. He had Loveland in the flat, decided not to go with him. And you see number 12 working across the field, Kendrick Bell. And Davis Warren, this guy has overcome so much in his life, beat cancer, has stuck around in this program, got benched after 3 interceptions in Arkansas State, and has waited patiently for this opportunity in the biggest moment. We talked about a must-win game. He's shown up big for the Wolverines.
Edwards gets a toss. He's
that Donovan Edwards has in his arsenal. Had a touchdown in the Big Ten Championship a few years ago against Iowa. Of course, Donovan is a great runner. They're going to toss it to him, and Colston's going to come down to block and then leak to the corner. And watch how this fools Michigan State. There's the toss. Colston's looking like he's blocking. And number 43, Malik Spencer, as you're told as the safety, you're supposed to be higher than the highest. Completely bit on that play. And that's 2 easy touchdowns for Colston Loveland. 2 touchdowns that he's saying to Kirk Campbell, thank you, as a play caller for scheming him open.
We've seen a couple of trick plays in this one, Jake. They're going to go for 2. Warren again to Loveland. Like peanut butter and jelly. Edwards throws for the touchdown. Loveland with 2 scores. The battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy.
What would a Trump second term look like? It's all laid out in his Project 2025 agenda. He'd let insurance companies deny coverage for pre-existing conditions, cut Social Security and Medicare, and give tax cuts to billionaires, while the middle class pays the price with lower income and higher costs. Because for Trump, it's all about getting unchecked power while you pay the price. Donald Trump, more unhinged, unstable, and unchecked.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Behold, Jimmy John's new smoked cheddar bourbon club. Taste. With premium roasted meats. Exquisite. And smooth bourbon sauce. Top shelf. It's almost as classy as knowing a British person or eating a bourbon club off fine china. For a limited time at Jimmy John's.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach. Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl is back. Now with our new garlic herb sauce, which means the never-ending pasta you crave isn't just back, it's better than ever. Never-ending pasta bowl, starting at $13.99 for a limited time.
Every single year, the Big Ten is the best conference in the country.
Blocked. What a swing. She loves it.
Football on the Big Ten Network is presented by Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense, and by McDonald's. Motion on both sides of the field. What's on the line? That 4-foot statue, the Paul Bunyan Trophy. Some have replicas. That baby's real.
And he's fantastic. And he's got a great beard. And he's clearly in shape. So a clean diet.
Fair catch called for. Let's go to Chicago. Ashley Adamson.
Jeff Drew Aller out with an injury since the first half in Madison, but Penn State's defense stepped up. How about Jalen Reed picking off Braden Locke? It's a pick 6. And Nittany Lions regain the lead right now, up 1 as we head to the 4th quarter at Camp Randall, guys.
Wow, what a battle out in Madison. Michigan State might have to rely on the arm of Aiden Childs here, Jake. Down 14 points, 13:20 to go. You just don't know how many more opportunities you're going to get.
And with that in mind, right, the key would then be to protect the football.
Set up the screen. Tight end screen out to Velling. Close to a first down. November 4th, Big Ten basketball returns with a triple header featuring the Boilermakers, Wolverines, and Trojans in action. It's all right here on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Picked up 9 on first down, so second down and short. We talked about how big that screen game and draw game would be against this power rushing defense. It's been there at times. And handed off on second and short. First down, Michigan State on the run by K'Ron Lynch-Adams.
Giles has played a clean game for the most part. 11 for 14, 105 yards. Had that key fumble going into half. That was certainly a big moment in this game. We haven't seen him really test the Michigan secondary, which is without Will Johnson, all too much this game.
Great pursuit. Nowhere to go. Barham right there to wrap up Lynch-Adams.
Man, Barham starting last week, continuing this week. He's stringing together 2 really good games. Take a look at him right here. 6'3", 250 pounds, and he is a load to try to block. Lynch-Adams, that's not a great sight to see when you see number 1 in your face right away, forcing Michigan State to go nowhere.
Pressure coming to the outside, almost intercepted. Shug was trying to get himself into the cookie jar there.
Jair Hill is having a really, really good game tonight. This is pure instincts. Watch as Nick Marsh is running the under route, and there's Giles. That ball should not be thrown. From pre-snap leverage, Jair Hill is playing inside. That under route is dead, and that's Giles just pressing to try to get his star wide receiver the ball. And now third down. Again, I expect a draw, a screen, or watch Giles running the ball.
Handed off, Carter, big gain. He's across the 50-yard line. Been a while since we've called his name. Only 16 yards in the second half. Tell that gasher.
That's the 3rd or 4th time they've run this stretch zone on 3rd and long, and it's worked. It's been their best play, and I'm telling Carter, that guy is a violent runner. He's a one-cut back. They like to run those stretch zones, and then Carter puts his foot in the ground. He had 10 yards of a running head start to deliver the blow at the end of that run there.
He's had the hot hand for Michigan State into Wolverine territory. Pressure coming, screen to the outside. Cadillac's got it across the 45, Alante Brown. Final drive recaps the entire day around the conference. That's tonight after volleyball, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Using some tempo now, Childs hands it off, one cut, first down, Michigan State.
These games, there's always one guy to step up. Again, it was J.J. McCarthy last year, Kenneth Walker. We saw him a few years back. Connor Cook, Aaron Burbridge, going back to my time. For Michigan State, it's all been about Nate Carter. He's putting together a really, really good game, and Michigan has to figure out an answer.
In the first half, Carter stretched out and wrapped up by Grant.
Big Kenneth Grant. You got to put 2 guys on that man. He's the size of 2 guys. But he's been the showstopper in the middle of the defense when they needed it.
This is a drive, Jake, where you cannot settle for 3. 3's fine, but this feels like touchdown or bust for Michigan State.
Has to be. With the way they're playing offense.
Lynch-Adams across the 20 into the red zone for Michigan State.
Big piece of the running game for Michigan State is the cutback. Watch this by Lynch-Adams. Pushing it, and then the best backs, they feel that cutback lane. Nice run by Lynch-Adams.
Absorbed a big hit at the end. Lynch-Adams stays in the game. Childs of the year.
And that's a coverage sack as much as anything. Cameron Brandt, number 91, watch him working down there on the right tackle, Ashton Lepo. But you see Childs, he had to clutch that a few times, and certainly had Nick Marsh underneath. He had a chance at it, but his eyes weren't in the right place. But a good job late there by Childs tucking the ball, because Brandt was trying to punch that one out too.
Second sack of the game from Michigan. Play clock winding down. Childs hands it off. Lynch Adams wrapped up. Ernest Hausman brought him down by the ankles.
Well, to your point a second ago, Jeff, this is, you need a touchdown. So you have 2 shots at this one. Keep an eye on number 12, Jack Belling. He's been having a big game. There's Jack Belling, number 12, tight end.
Marsh on Nyland. Top of the screen. Childs hits Marsh. Puts the brakes on. Erase the end zone. Touchdown. Boy, that kid's exciting. Nick Marsh in for the score.
Well, with Will Johnson out, I was expecting Nick Marsh to have a big game. Kind of a quiet game up until this point, but this is why he's so dynamic. He can change the game at any point. And that's a slant route, but a veteran release. You see him release and made Amir Hall thinking Amir Hall thought he's running the fade. And this is what separates Nick Marsh. It's that playmaking ability, the yards after the catch. He's only a true freshman, but he's up there with the best in that class, and we know there's some good ones in Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams.
Top gun move right there. The old Maverick hit the brakes, let him fly right by. Whoop. Another score for Nick Marsh. Second of the season. Got a ball game in Ann Arbor.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
I'm a lifelong Republican, and I voted for Trump twice, but I can't do it again. Trump wants a national sales tax on imported goods. It'll make everything more expensive for regular people, all while giving tax breaks to billionaires.
You're rich as hell. We're going to give you tax cuts?
Kamala Harris is for regular people. She wants a tax cut for 100 million Americans, so we keep more of our hard-earned money. I'm a proud Republican, but this year, I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Touchdown, yeah! And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
What's that?
That's the Taco Bell Cantina chicken.
Okay, well, please tell me you're using a condiment.
Yeah, avocado verde salsa.
Oh, this is how we chicken in this house.
We believe in mayo.
There's more than mayo.
Oh, no, you didn't say that.
Are they really going to spend all day streaming college football on DirecTV? Can you blame them? They've got the biggest rivalries.
And bowl games. Speaking of, Frank, run a slant to the bowl of chips. Bobby, button hook to the salsa.
What are you going to do, Coach Prime?
Don't question your coach, man.
7-point game, 6:12 to go. Tonight's star comparison, Jake, is sponsored by Zales. Nate Carter for Michigan State. Colson Loveland on tight end weekend. 67 yards receiving, 2 scores.
Yeah, I mean, those 2 touchdowns, too, are really all about Kirk Campbell. I mean, he was wide open on those plays. And for Nate Carter, it's the yards, but it's when he's done it. He's converted 3 or 4 third and longs to help sustain drives. Those 2 guys, man, they've been fun to watch.
Temperature down to 35 in Michigan. Wolverines get it back next Saturday. Northwestern clashes with Purdue. UCLA heads to Lincoln. The nightcap out of the Pacific Northwest, USC and Washington. Football triple header next Saturday. Only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Big drive coming up right now, not only for Michigan's offense, but the defense for Michigan State with no Jordan Turner. Hand it off. Edwards going nowhere. Kirk Campbell has called a great game after about series number 3.
Yeah, Michigan State, they've had no answer for the creativity of Kirk Campbell in the second half. They haven't had much success just kind of lining it up and running the ball. He's done a good job mixing in key runs with Alex Orji. Some of the trick plays have showed up. Look, he caught a lot of heat. Only scored 7 points off a bye week versus Illinois last week. But when I looked at the film, I saw guys that were open. Michigan wasn't executing. Once again, calling great plays, but for the most part, Michigan has been executing tonight.
Almost doubling up the Wolverines in the run game of the Spartans. What a great play in pursuit. No gloves, Cal Halliday.
Well, I don't want to sell this one short. This is the most important play of the game to this point, Jeff. We're gonna find Colston Loveland. That's the guy to watch. And let's see what Joe Rossi does. Do they double team him?
Both teams have all 3 timeouts.
There's Loveland. So far, the protection has been sound for Michigan so far in this game.
Heat coming outside, incomplete. Michigan State's defense holds.
Was a good job in protection for Khalil Mullings. It was a good job in protection by Khalil Mullings. Joe Rossi brought the pressure, but it was the zone coverage behind it. Look at the discipline. That's Cal Halliday, number 27. You see him drop back right in the line of vision. Michigan's trying to run those crossing routes, and Cal Halliday was there.
Big 3 and out, knuckleball punt. And Michigan State is going to have unbelievable field position. 7-point game, 4:42 to go.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're seeing this right now.
Switch to Verizon and get the new iPhone 16 Pro and get a new iPad and Apple One all on us. That's over $1,600 in value. Only on Verizon.
Soft drinks are just $1 at Wendy's. Any size, any time. 3 p.m. Dollar Fanta, 10 p.m. Sprite, 7:46 a.m. Coke. You're so free. Dollar soft drinks, any size, gotta be Wendy's.
You left late, and we had to walk a mile to the stadium. What have you prepared for us, Chef?
Eckrich smoked sausage, Chef.
Well done, Chef.
Yes!
For smoked sausage you heat up and eat up, just add Eckrich.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world, prepare for glory. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $5,300 in average finance savings.
Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl, starting at just $13.99, is back. Enjoying never-ending pasta with homemade sauces and topping it off again and again? That's back too. But Olive Garden's made-from-scratch garlic herb sauce? That's brand new. And starting it all off with our never-ending first course? Well, that's always been here. Never-ending pasta bowl. It's back with our new garlic herb sauce, starting at just $13.99. Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Jake, in every game, it's the little things. Had a missed field goal on the first drive of the game. Time winding down in the second quarter. You had the sack, forced fumble. Led to a field goal from Michigan. I mean, these are totally difference-making moments in this game.
That's what makes this rivalry so fun and so special. There's always those crazy plays, and you don't know which one's going to be the difference maker. I lived through one, the trouble with the snap.
Childs running out of time. He throws it away. He got it to the line of scrimmage. Was anybody in the neighborhood?
He didn't leave the pocket either. That's grounding.
That is grounding.
A huge, that's a miscue.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 2. It'll be a loss of down to keep out of the foul. Second half.
And that's a miscue by Childs. I believe that was Derek Moore, number 8, that won and was in his lap. I mean, that is Michigan State picture perfect field position. And now you're talking about 2nd and 24. Now, I will say, this is where Nate Carter has been cracking off some big-time runs.
Gonna throw it, Childs. Got a lot of it back to about the original line of scrimmage as he hits Velling. Mark him at the 49. That is the original line of scrimmage, so 3rd and 10.
Jack Velling might be playing for your favorite NFL team one day. We've talked about Poston Loveland a number of times, but look at that big-time catch. He took a shot to the kidney there by number 6. Brandon Hillman, and now that gets him back to a 3rd and 10 situation. Again, this is where they've handed the ball off to Nate Carter. We'll see what Lindgren's thinking here.
Childs flushed, got rid of it. Catch by Carter, stays on his feet. He's down the sideline, near the red zone. Boy, with Nate Carter's world, we're just living in it.
Oh, wow. Man, he's having a game, and he just keeps adding to it. What a play. First off, what a great job by Childs to navigate the pocket and step up in the pocket, avoid those sacks. And then, no, he did not. His knee never touched Nate Carter. This guy is having a special game, and he continues to add to it. What a play by Childs and then Nate Carter.
Could have been a gain of 7, instead 30. Carter gets it, and into the red zone go the Spartans.
Could have been a gain of 7, except it could have been a loss of 7.
For sure.
I mean, there was pressure in Childs' lap. Now, here's the thing. If we look forward, let's say Michigan State, if they do score here, Jeff, I expect them to go for 2. All the pressure in the world is on the Wolverines right now. Michigan State's playing with house money.
And a false start.
False start. Offense. Number 65. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Freshman left tackle, Stanton Ramil.
You mentioned freshman, right? He's going to play in a number of these games throughout his career. This 110,000 army of Michigan fans has showed up big today. You got Velling down here on the linebacker. That's Jayshawn Barham matched up.
Childs over the middle, and he led Velling too much. He had a step.
He had him. That's the matchup that Michigan State wants. Belling's tough to cover for most safeties. That time he had Barham on him, who is a great athlete, but coverage isn't his expertise, and just a missed opportunity there by Childs.
8 touchdowns last year for Velling at Oregon State. He's still looking for his first at Michigan State.
3rd and long, surprisingly, has been very good to Michigan State tonight.
Fourth down and 5. We are at the 2-minute timeout.
This is the 2-minute
Game on the line. Paul Bunyan Trophy on the line. 4th and 5 on the other side.
Under liberal borders are Kamala Harris, illegal aliens are pouring into our country, including murderers, rapists, and even terrorists. Instead of paying for their crimes and receiving justice, Kamala will give criminal illegal aliens taxpayer-funded transgender surgeries.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate would have access.
Crazy liberal Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Marathon knows that fans are the true co-pilot of any team. And like any good co-pilot, they stick around through the good and the bad. So for every grill master, all-star athlete, and face paint fixer, know that Marathon is here to keep you and your team fueled on and off the field. Because journeys are better when they're driven together. Save up to $1 per gallon with Marathon Rewards by downloading the app or joining at the pump.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, Kyle?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
Behold, Jimmy John's new smoked cheddar bourbon club. Taste. With premium roasted meats. Exquisite. And smooth bourbon sauce. Top shelf. It's almost as classy as knowing a British person or eating a bourbon club off fine china. For a limited time at Jimmy John's.
This season, Abbott and Big Ten are pitting school against school in the largest blood donation competition of our lifetime. Want your school to win? Visit big10.org/Abbott. Sign up and give blood.
Dave Refson in our Chicago studios. They're going down to the wire in Ann Arbor. We'll get you out there for what should be a great conclusion of the game between the Spartans and the Wolverines momentarily. Want to remind you, as soon as the game is done, keep it here on the Big Ten Network, our Big Ten Live football postgame with all the reaction, leading you up to a great volleyball match, top 20 matchup between Penn State and USC, and then we wrap up the entire day afterward on the final drive. Jeff and Jake, take it away, guys.
Thanks so much, Dave. 4th and 5 for Michigan State from the Wolverines 16.
There's Nick Marsh, one-on-one coverage down below.
Bringing pressure, Childs gets out of it. Childs throws, incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah Johnson. Quentin Johnson got his hand on it. Turnover on downs.
And guess who is in the backfield once again? The biggest moments, it's been Josiah Stewart. Number 0. Starts with the bull rush. Derek Moore was also there, but how about the pursuit, the strain? And then Childs, he's got no choice. You got to give your guy a chance. It's 4th down. Good job by Quinn Johnston undercutting that. Now, this game's far from over, Jeff. Michigan State, 3 timeouts. And as I've said, I've lived through the trouble with the snap, so this game is not over until it's over.
Orgy's got it. Orgy right up the middle through a huge hole across the 30-yard line. First down, Wolverines. Orgy has been the best runner for Michigan all night long.
And the way Kirk Campbell has managed this game plan has been outstanding. I'm not a fan of shuffling and rotating two quarterbacks. It can disrupt their rhythm. That has not been the case at all today. It's been completely complementary. And when you have a mobile quarterback, it gives you an extra number to block. You get 10 blockers.
Michigan State did not call a timeout. That clock is running. They still have all 3 left. Orgy hands it off. Mullings. Now Michigan State uses their first of 3 timeouts. 1:14 to go. Back in 30 seconds.
Around here, we have hardworking people that just need a break. Whether it's starting a small business or making housing affordable, Kamala understands that. When people tell me that they don't believe in Vice President Harris, I point to the things that I'm doing. And when they're excited about me, working with kids, I say, I can't do this without that grant that came from the federal government. She's had our back since day one. Let's be honest and get a reality check. Women know how to make things happen, and we're going to stand up with her on November 5th.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Second down and 7, 1:14 to go. Have a Wolverine player on the back of a medical cart. It's Brandon Hillman. So an additional bit of stoppage of play. Second down and 7. Handed off. Mullings again dropped. Timeout, just 4 seconds elapsed. We'll be gone for 30 more seconds.
And Doug.
Whoa, Limu, we're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up.
And you have the stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. A men's soccer doubleheader, Tuesday on the Big Ten Network.
Third down and 5. Here's your game, Jake.
Mentally for Michigan, they got to be thinking, put this game in their own hands. As frustrating as this season's been, they're thinking they got to find a way to move these chains.
Orgy gonna run it, and there's your ball game. The Paul Bunyan Trophy will stay in Ann Arbor.
Timeout. Michigan State. It's their third and final charge. Only 30 seconds. In length.
Best offensive ground weapon all night long was Alex Orgy.
That's exactly what we're saying there. This season has been tough. These guys have taken heat.
The clock will start on my signal.
It certainly hasn't been up to their standard by any means. And that third down, they had a chance to end the game on their terms. And that's exactly what they did.
There was no timeout call by Michigan State. The clock should be at 1:02.
Clock confusion here at the end of the ball game. Michigan State did not use their timeout.
The clock should be at 1:04. Play clock should be at 40. They both will start on my signal.
Don't forget, coming up after the ball game, Big Ten Live football postgame, sponsored by State Farm. Breaks down all the action. Dave, Ashley, Marcel, and they got scores, highlights, everything from around the conference. A loaded schedule over this weekend. And we tapped it off with a great football game tonight, Jake.
It delivered, man. This is, I'm biased, one of the more underrated rivalries in college football. The in-state rivalry, big brother versus little brother, some historic moments. This one doesn't have conference title implications. But man, did it have importance and significance for Sherrone Moore and these Michigan Wolverines. And that's why that third down conversion was so special for them.
Jake, as something breaks out between Michigan State and Michigan, well, that's not what you want to see right at the end of this thing. Great competitive ball game all night long, and
come on, man.
It gets ugly late.
It's
Oh, nashta, lunch, dinner, or snack. Blue Band say her food flavorful.
It's a fight, but it's a fight between the whistles. It's not that. Thankfully, they got that separated.
There was a Spartan down at the bottom there that didn't need to be down there.
Let's get everyone to their locker rooms.
So here's the kneel down. Let's watch.
It's Colston Loveland right there. With number 8, Anthony Jones, and it's just... It's just not needed. It's just not needed. That's a great football game, great physical game. Glad they got that sorted out and nothing worse happened.
3 straight wins in this series for the Michigan Wolverines. Paul Bunyan Trophy will stay in Ann Arbor, and fittingly, it's Max Bredesen taking it over to the student section to display the heart and soul of his team.
How about Davis Warren? I mean, the best quarterback performance, giving the context, best quarterback performance of the season for the Michigan Wolverines. And I'm sure Kirk Campbell is really happy because he called